right? And we have always heard you don't carry work to home, although sometimes it is still like if you have some extra paperwork for it, me not let me do it. But even if I carry home some work, I hurry up and get it done, and before I go to bed, I mean she don't have a problem with unwinding, because trust me, she find means and ways to unwind, right?
And now for a featured presentation.
Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with the Lees.
Conversation with the Lees. Welcome to all our new subscribers, and if you are not yet a subscriber and you're watching for the first time, welcome, and we hope you consider subscribing. For those who you would have seen the last 3 vlogs we did, which showed us, taking a well-needed and well-deserved vacation after so long a time. And if you don't get this, if you didn't watch it, you can go and watch it again. Yes. But yeah, we had fun, and those who watched it, you can see that we did have a lot of fun and a whole heap of food. Yeah, I didn't spare no space in my belly. It was really a fun time. How was it for you?
It was refreshing, well needed, just to relax and forget about what's happening in the world for a while.
Yeah, so the Cameron will be back soon. So to all of those who, all our friends I've met over there, especially those who served us, thank you. Malika again, thanks. Mr. Mitchell, we say thanks to everybody already. We're just saying, it was really, really, really needed, and we give thanks to everybody who played a little part in it, and we are thankful. Alright, so today, of course, after such a wonderful time, we want to look at the importance of spending time together, quality time. So though we had a vacation that included the entire family, basically, mom and Errol and children and all, there has to be time that you take out for yourselves as couples. Yes, there's enough madness going around, there's enough distractions, there's enough things to separate us, problems all over the place, right? But there has to be a time that you take out for yourselves as couple or as a couple, and the importance of that we're going to examine tonight. And trust me, we can't emphasize it enough. There's enough things to distract us, but we have to find that time. For those of us who like have two parties, or two couple, you work out. Yeah, you have to find time for each other. The good thing about our situation is Michelle works from home, I work out, and so I have an opportunity every day to come and see her, see the kids, and it comes with its challenges, but boy, I can't say I don't like it. Truth be told.
Yeah, basically, working from home, especially in this COVID time now with children having online class, it can be tedious as well. It can become real stressful trying to get your job done plus assisting your small child or children, and then you have stuff around the home to do. It can become overwhelming, so it is important to take time for yourselves as a couple and even individually, because if you don't have a strong mental headspace, you cannot deal with all that you need to deal with in a time like this, in these unusual situations that is thrust upon us. So you have to refresh, and refreshing don't mean that everybody can go on a vacation in a time like this. So if it's even mean to pull away from some of the hecticness that is around you, and chill. Make it on a date, wherein okay, we're gonna focus on ourselves, whether it's this weekend or you have to make a deliberate effort.
Yeah, that's that. I think that's the word that I'd use, to deliberate effort, because like for example, I mean, in that work there's stress at work, right? And we have always heard you don't carry work to home, although sometimes it leads to like if there's some extra paperwork for it, me not let me do it. But even if I carry home some work, I hurry up and get it done, and before I go to bed, I mean she don't have a problem with unwinding, because trust me, she find means and ways to unwind, right? But say I come home from work and I have a little thing, residue work to finish it up, and then now I try to spend some time with her. So most of the time though is that she's watching something that she appreciates and love, and I am probably on my phone still playing game or watching some football clips of Liverpool, of course. Yeah, but with so in that space and time, I would say to her, "Right, come on, I mean, lie on me." So she'll be like lying across my legs, yeah, and she watching whatever she watching, and I'm on my phone doing whatever I'm doing. And though we're being entertained by something separate, at least we're doing it together. You understand what I say? And that keeps that gelling or the intimacy still. You understand me? So she working from home and doing what she has to do. I just say you have to de-stress individually, and you have to also come back collectively and just keep the thing going.
Yes, because for those who have small children in primary school or maybe even high school first year or so, especially those who have children who should be out of kindergarten, how much you're being pulled. You're pulled.
Because the parents are the teachers.
The parents have to be teacher in a sense, because the teacher is not there physically, even though the teacher have the kids online, depends on what age group, you still maybe would have to assist.
Yeah.
And especially for those with small children, that it can be tedious, because most of the time they'll be calling mom this, that, mom this, that, and then you have your work that you have to do, and the hours within the day, it seems very short.
Yeah, it's true. Even at work, it just fly.
You don't know when it passed. So I mean, yes, Corona have been around for a little over a year, but it's still
almost 2 years.
It still is tedious. It is tedious, because while the children would have been out to school, you could have get them sorted out in the morning, and then they're off to school, and you could structure yourself within the day, get this done, get that done, and then they'll either be picked up or drop off at X time. Then you would refresh them, they'll do their homework, and then they will go play whatever and do what you normally do. But having school at home, it seems like school never really ends, because more have to be are being given to them in order to complete the syllabus and so forth. So you find out that wherein now the mom will just, or the whosoever is taking care of the kids will just assist with homework. It's not like that. it's a thing wherein you have to be instilling now what the teacher said. You have to ensure that they're in their good classroom and they're not just, you can't just put them there and forget them. You have to ensure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing online. You understand? And in that process, you can't just look and leave. You have to keep going back, you know, and then you may very well have something else to do that needs your time and concentration. So is our children, and of course we're going to put in the effort and the work because we want them to achieve at their fullest and do their best.
So we can't drop our hand just because of the situation, they can still push.
Exactly. So it's just that you're no longer just a mom, you're a teacher, you know, and all those things. So
Fresh maid.
no, not maid, helper. I made this a strong word, but it is what it is. You know. So it can take a toll, and when you're in a relationship, you know, for those who are, you know, couples with children, when you feel burnout sometime by the weekend to come. I know school just started, but nevertheless, and then you have to have the energy for your significant other. You understand? It can become a lot, and then you have to deal with whatever loss the whole epidemic may cause,
and the stress that comes with it.
And the stress that comes.
When you hear how much people get every day, and you know, and this vlog is very important because this, as when and we being specific, you know, when you say about a lot of things to stress you out, when you have only deaths, when the hospitals that are overrun with persons who are not well, plus it's in Jamaica, the crime situation, there's so many things that comes to bombard us in a day that we have a fine time to like, don't just focus on them something there, because honestly a lot of the stuff that take place can affect us more mental than physical, and if it affects us mentally, then physically we are no good to ourselves and no good to each other, because
you don't really have that distraction that couples on a whole use to distract themselves. Wherein if you're in the church, you know, you have the church meetings to go to, the worship, the fellowship that alleviates some of the stress.
Like restaurants and probably.
That is it. For those who don't really go to church but they have other social gatherings that they go to, that will help alleviate the stress, and then you rejuvenate to combat now within the situation to deal with what. But it's not so. We have just been, well, we came out of a series of shutdown, lockdown days.
That is those of us who are, you know, here in Jamaica. So
no movement. So it's like you have an everlasting week that never ends. And
I mean, another like, person that love long weekends, but trust me,
but it's a took its toll. It worse if you're an active person. But then it reached a point wherein I was sad. I remember if it was you or Jordan, I was saying to the other day, what are the new days of the week? The days of the week is no longer so the Monday when it was happening. It was like it was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because you find out that we're in Sunday you are at your assembly, Monday you have to work, Tuesday you have to work. But then it wasn't like that for a couple of weeks. It was like, Sunday at home, no service at home. But
Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like Sunday.
Exactly. It was like an everlasting weekend, Sunday that never ends. But it is without the entertainment and the activity of recreation
and being outside.
Exactly. So it was like, I guess for some it was fun until it started become and then yes, it have been lifted to just Sunday, which for those who are worshippers, it's still, you know, it still have its toll, but never,
I mean, give thanks in the sense that it has been lifted.
It has been lifted.
They say restrictions for Sunday.
Exactly, but then you are stuck in this mode of being so restricted. Even though it's lifted, yes, you will go to work, but there's no real recreation that you can participate on. So it's as if you don't mind short by taking a deliberate action in finding ways within your family to entertain yourself, you can be stuck in a depressing mood. You understand? So you have to make that deliberate attempt to find out how best, you understand, to create, that recreation between even you and your husband.
Mainly you and your spouse.
Mainly and your spouse,
Yeah.
because you're doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
As parents, we're very active to make sure that, okay, they're taken care of, and, ensure that their mental space is intact and all of that. But who ensure that ours
have to be,
you understand?
it has to be each other. Each
It
of
has
us.
to be each
Yeah.
other.
And I would find, to be honest with you, I find that when Mike and Jay are asleep, that's the best time we just find our chill time.
Find our chill time. Yeah.
Because when they're up, well, especially Michael,
They
is
come
barging,
they'll come, keep coming.
and whatever. So, and they would fall asleep between 9 and 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so, sadly, but that is the time we have to know, okay, unwind and
Yeah.
chat with more about whatever. Although, like during the course of the day, once, too hectic, we talk, and furthermore, she had a better phone now, so,
Yeah.
because the other day her phone was down. You saw the
Phone
surprise
crashed
vlog for that.
for a couple
So,
of weeks.
it was crashed out, so don't have a phone so we can communicate during the day. You understand me? But that leads up to coming home, and in the evenings now, when them gonna for them there, we get for us, and chill. So we're emphasizing the importance of finding time for each other, even with all the chaos, because there's still a relationship that we have to maintain. There's still a unity. There's still a cohesion that we have to maintain as couples. We can't make Tom, Dick, Harry, children, employer, whatever, dry up.
Yeah.
What we
Dry
call-
the joy out of
Aye.
the joy out of your relationship.
Yeah.
And it may sound weird, but you have to check in with each other. Let me explain that. You're with each other, and of course you may go out to work, but check in mean that when you get that time within the day, check up on your significant other and say, hey babe, you alright? Whichever way you're in your own style.
Yeah.
You have lunches, what are you doing? Yes, you saw each other this morning, but everybody busy doing their own thing. So check up. You must have an idea, okay, when is his or her break time or lunch time, and check up and say, well, go on,
Although, sorry, not for my break time, I exist on people.
Exactly.
Nature
And
job.
try to put a smile on each other's face.
I remember one time when I was coming home and I was video calling her, and the person who was trying to say, yo, and then, yeah, they go, why you talk to her? And you're like, yeah. Well, we develop a certain thing, and it does, in a way where we just love to chat to each other, and I was like, say, yeah, men are so that's our thing said. You understand me? So, I mean, persons may not understand or see why you do certain things, but you know the significance of why you do it, and that is why you have a longevity of over 20 years.
Just the other day, since we got you calling, checking on me and say, well, go on. And at first I didn't really wanted to say what was something, because I had some work, and they were saying, no man, you're not sound, you're not sound like yourself.
You can tell.
And of course he get into it and say, I let him know that I just felt a little flustered, with the whole online, and then I have my work to do, and by X time run off, but if I don't have anything doing, it's fine. But when you have a deadline to meet and you're feeling like an octopus, pulling here, pulling there.
Left, right, and center.
Exactly. Of course, you may not let the kids know, but your significant other should be able to pick it up when they check on you. And of course, I want to think that most they will encourage and help you to
They
feel
should.
better, because I mean
They should.
that phone call lift my spirit.
Yeah.
It lifts my spirit, and I feel like, okay, I'm not alone in this. And even though yes, I wasn't alone, but at that particular hour, no matter how strong you may think you are, you will feel when you're being pulled in many different directions. You will feel, a little flabbergasted. And it just takes that voice from your significant other to say, soothe you. pick it up and so because you may not very well don't want to stress him or her out, but they will pick it up and they should be able to, you know, alleviate.
And that's the other
stress.
part of it, you know. When you say you may not want to stress you're seeing other out. The truth of the matter is this: if you build that certain bond already, it's not going to be stressed because, I should say, if you call a significant other and you're saying a particular the person will realize no man something right, and if you don't express how you feel, the person will feel shut out as if they're a part of the problem and a part of the solution.
Or your sidestep.
You understand me? So you want to keep, again, irrespective of the stress levels, you want to keep the openness so the person can know at the end of the day, are you may run to help me overcome this or deal with that situation. And those are the things that keeps you connected, and those are the things that keeps you gelling or gelled. You understand me I say? Because whatever going on with you, the person know whatever going on with the person, you know. You understand me I say? And at the end of the day, I mean, I'll be like, sit right like this, and maybe this and this and talk about it, or when we get home we can talk about it. And that again, it's never too much to tell you that communication is important.
Yeah.
So when you come home, you want to deal with the matter, you talk, and then after that you have some nice make-up sex. And top off the night. You understand? So if you want to recap, the truth is, communicate throughout the day. Don't make what go on at work stress you out to the point you carry to home. There's a method that I have to when I come home and we have a really stressful day. What you going to do?
What am I going to do? Yeah, there's times I rub your head.
Yeah.
You know?
I just come home and she said, go on the bed, I'm tired, go on the bed, you know, go on the bed. I'm come home, show my head.
Or if you want a bath, there are times when you say, it's okay man, just go and chill, watch what you're watching, I'm just gonna have a soak and
have a bathtub, can just soak in it. When you even drop asleep in the bathtub, you know, I'm like, whoa, now I go drown still.
You know,
I felt like it was really relaxing. I kind of doze off in the water.
And we have to, the reason why we're here talking about this is because the reality of life is that, you know, things are happening around us in a time that we're in now, it's not the norm.
It's unprecedented times.
Right. People are being stressed and they're keeping it to themselves and they're having nervous breakdowns.
Yeah.
You understand? You have people around you who are dying. They're fine today, and you get a call, whether it be your friend, relative, or whatever, and that the person on the line crying, and it tugs at your heart. My husband died, and you know he wasn't feeling well, and you know just took him to the hospital. They say it's corona, and in space of a week or 2 weeks, that life is gone. So
condolences to all of the persons
and
who know.
Condolences. You know, and condolences to you and others. And it tugs, and the Orleans. It tugs at your heart. And this is a day and time where we have to let each other know that we appreciate. Yes, appreciate each other. Because I know that it has been over here and people are hearing corona. Some people believe, some people don't. But when you start getting calls that your friends that you know and your co-worker and colleagues, it hit you. That the person that you see today.
Oh yeah, when I'm a co-worker, past co-worker.
And somebody may be on the other end watching this and maybe chuckle and say, well, people always have been dying. But not to this magnitude where it
like in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
We hear about like crime, but you know, sickness I take you like bam, 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 bam,
If I heard that one of my relative or a friend that I know died because I know they have an underlying illness that they were struggling with, it hit me, but not that hard.
You know.
But when you know that you have just talking to a friend and they were fine and it's not an accident, it's not a shoot, or it's corona. Because remember, this is something that the whole world is going through, and we're all trying to build our immune systems and taking the best precaution that we can to know that we are okay. But to know that this epidemic is something that you really don't have a control over. you know it's there, but it's the uncertainty and not knowing and when.
Yeah.
So we have to take appreciating each other to another level.
Yeah.
You understand? And try and be there for somebody if they reach out to us or express to us. Let us extend ourselves.
And the truth is, if you both are not in a good place, you can't extend yourself to
That
nobody.
is it.
You understand me? So it's very, very important to take care of each other. Spend time with each other. So that at least, for example, Michelle heard about her friend Ruba whose husband passed. I mean, she was able to give some solace because she was in a good place herself.
Yeah.
You understand me? But if she's stressed out and then she will hear that there's a little further stress, we come home now, she feels she's stressed like that. You understand me? Stress, point upon stress. So it's important to take yourselves out of the situation and just have quiet time or just have together time, whatever. Don't ignore the significance of having together time. You understand me? It's necessary.
Yeah. And if somebody come up in your thoughts, don't push it away. Pray for them. It may sound cheesy, but hey, this is a cheesy times. No, actually, because if somebody could say to you, well, yes, a cough like it, look, a cough, I will kill you. Oh, you ever hear flu kill a body? Oh yeah, it is now.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah.
So
take care of yourselves.
Take care of yourself and try not to be selfish.
Yeah. So we hope again another conversation, and we are saying that as couples we have to do what we have to do. First, to maintain our sanity. Secondly, to maintain each other's sanity, and so we can move forward and still come out at the end of this better than where we were. This pandemic will end eventually, but it may take us a little more time. But you still want that at the end of the day come out a bit better than where you were before. And maintaining togetherness as a couple
this is
important.
not the time to bicker. Let us put things into perspective.
Put it into perspective.
Because
and put what matters most
at the forefront.
Put at the forefront.
And for those of us who are not able to go out to the building, the tabernacle, remember that we are the church.
Yeah.
And let us worship at our home. I mean, as somebody would say, you make what? Something or another out of lemonade?
Like when life shows a lemon.
Yeah, you make lemonade. Because, we're not able to go to a building, to worship and to sing or whatever, but
because basically the building is just for us to come together, cooperatively.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean you can't worship by yourself.
And if we're all in our own communities, can you imagine if everybody who cannot go out, you turn up the worship at your home, and that particular day or days and words. I mean, you don't have to make nice from the lungs, but it's communion with the Lord. You can imagine the amount of churches that is in Jamaica, and if everyone should be praying and turn up the worship in our community, man, there will be crazy results. You understand? We would confuse the enemy.
Said the preacher.
It's not a matter about the preacher, but when we cannot change something that is happening around us, let it work in our favor.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Well received. So, until another conversation, if you are here for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. We get in there little by little. And if you are here for the first time, you have a lot of videos you want to watch. Incidentally, we have watched 51 videos.
Yeah.
And we started in January.
Oh, yeah.
And we've gone 51 videos. Celebration, everybody. Nice. But we are here because we enjoy doing what we're doing. Again, we enjoy having these conversations. We think that is impactful and it's impacting others. And if you feel that is impacting others, help us to share the content and share the channel with others. Alright? Because we believe that it is helping, and if you believe the same thing, then it will help somebody else. Alright?
And thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening and for watching. And thank you for subscribing. Alright? So until another conversation, see you on the other side. God bless.